Rats. The power is out.
Oh!
Hello floodies. Today I am getting up on my soapbox. I just want to say, beware of shady resources and people offering to be your flood buddy through an overwhelming process, because they are such good and wonderful people. All they want to do is martyr themselves to help you. As a voice of the animated people, I have been made aware by some of you that several resources have been roaming the flood circuit, claiming to be expert public adjusters with a lifetime of experience dealing with disaster red tape. These fast talkers start out giving advice for free. Next thing you know, you're taking out your checkbook to hire them, and in return, they provide a lot of talk, but little to no actual help. You may end up hiring them, but not only or necessarily to adjust your claim. Somehow they convince you you need an advisor for rules or special paperwork. They are like drug dealers to flood victims. They feed you a little bit of hope. Next thing you know, you're hooked on the idea that this person is going to be the miracle who finally gets you something back from the pile of everything that you lost. They sound so positive. Too positive. A key red flag may be that you can't get them to give you anything in writing, clearly stating what they are going to do for you in return for your money. Perhaps they are helping too many people that are in your situation. Therefore there is no time to write you a contract. This puts the shame on you for asking for something you deserve from anyone that you hire. Always get a contract. This contract should list exactly what this person is going to deliver to you as a result of paying for their services. Be clear, no documented key deliverables, no check. Likely, if this person is a vulture, they will immediately move on from you to the next sucker. Be confident if this happens, this is not someone you wanted to hire. They know if they put something in writing and don't deliver, you have legal recourse to get your money back. Think of what Judge Judy would say if you gave them money and didn't get written proof for what you gave it to them for. She'd tell the person they are a vulture, but then she would tell you you're a schmuck and dismiss the case. Another key red flag is they prey on the fact that it feels like no one else cares. This is because the truth is, no one cares. They don't either. The only people who care are the people this happened to. You care, and your neighbors care. Neighbors are great resources. They are stakeholders in your recovery. Your recovery impacts their property value, and your recovery impacts the quality of life for everyone living in the community. These other people just want your money. It is up to you to help yourself. A key red flag is they will tell you that they are not profiting by helping you. Let's do the math on that one. These folks will generally charge you $500 to $2,000 to hire them as your advocate in some capacity. It may be to act as an advisor or write up some of your paperwork. They will convince you that you require their specialized expertise that absolutely no one has. Let's pick a conservative fee in the middle, say $1,000. That does not sound like a lot of money in comparison to everything that you lost. Do you agree? Wow, I pay this person $1,000 and maybe they can help me get my house rebuilt. Now let's think back to how they said they are losing money by helping storm victims. At $1,000 per flood victim, if they signed up just 2 flood victims a day, with weekends off and 2 weeks for vacation, they would make $500,000 a year. Wow. $500,000 a year. Sounds like they are really slumming it. If you made that much money yourself, you wouldn't need this person's help. Rich people are not their target. They target the middle class. The people who are stuck and can afford to spend a few dollars if they think it will help mitigate their big loss. Their kindness and goodwill is so moving. Moving the money right out of your pocket into theirs. Look that over for a second. A real fast talker can probably sign up way more than 2 floodies a day. 4 flood victims a day at this rate is $1 million. Do you make $1 million a year? A common tactic is for the person to sob and say they are overwhelmed helping people and had to hire staff. break out the violin. If they pay two people $50,000 a year, there is still a profit of $900,000. A lot of these people showed up out of nowhere and don't even have offices to pay for. Their overhead is tiny. And their excuse for not delivering you anything they promised will always be it is because they are helping too many people. Again, shame on you. Where is your goodwill to others? Are you still impressed by their goodwill? No wonder these people are able to remain so positive all the time. They just won the lottery. At your expense. You are a sucker if you think anyone you pay is helping because they are a martyr for your cause. I hope you can see they are trying to turn your grief into a business with huge potential profit. A little bit of everyone's money is a lot of money. Okay, now that my brain is hurting from some essential math, let's continue. It is not negative behavior, as flood vultures will have you think, or cynical, or mean, to check the credentials of any person you may take advice from, or pay. It is not immoral to others to expect that they take time to make the same verbal promises they made to you in writing, before they take your check. Don't let someone fast talk you or bully you out of being an informed consumer. It is up to you to get your information from a source other than the fast talker. Don't trust that someone else has done this for you. Flood vultures rely on word of mouth. The rumor about how good they are is generally started by themselves. Everyone you know may have heard of the person, but no one really knows anything about them, and it is up to you to figure out if they are good, or if they are full of shit. Dig just a little and you might find out your flood expert was a shoe salesman for 20 years, selling shoes until October of 2012 when they got laid off, and went into the flood business. There is nothing wrong with being a shoe salesman. But there is something wrong with lying about it. You probably don't want a lying shoe salesman handling your flood paperwork. Fast talkers have a way of getting past background checks. Only you can protect yourself from flood scene vultures. As you just saw, vultures don't always look like vultures. Beware. Sometimes they wear suits, or dresses, or a pair of dockers. The only way to tell if someone is an experienced public adjuster is to look them up yourself, by name or by business name, in a public adjuster database. Every state has this database. Don't assume someone has checked for you. Everyone is busy with flood bullshit. Do yourself a favor, and check yourself. The state public adjuster database will show you exactly how long the person you are dealing with has had their PA license. This is a key indicator of how much experience someone has. You will find many of these vultures got their first public adjuster licenses long after Sandy hit. Yet they claim they have been public adjusting for years. Use your common sense. That's a red flag. That should set off a red alert in your head. If you find that someone is claiming to have a ton of experience, then find out they got their public adjuster license long after Sandy. You should probably think twice about hiring this person. Get references. Find proof of people they actually gave tangible help to. These vultures can be such good talkers. People will love them even after they take their money and provide them with no tangible help. That's a red flag.
Well, so-and-so took my money, and so didn't really do anything for my recovery, but so-and-so sent me a Christmas card, and I get an inspirational quote from so-and-so in my email once a week. So-and-so told me my grandchildren are cute on Facebook. I would recommend everyone hire so-and-so. I'm not really sure why, though.
It's amazing how profitable being nice to someone and giving them hope can be. So remember to be an informed consumer. Check credentials firsthand. Here are some links to public adjuster databases where you can see if someone is licensed and how long they have been licensed. New York makes the database available on the DFS website. You can search by the person's name, or the name of their business. I will leave that up there for a second so you can write it down. You can rewind and pause this video if you didn't catch that. Next I am going to give you the PA database For Louisiana, if someone claims they were working as a PA during Katrina, and you cannot find them licensed in New York, you can search for them there. You can also call the Louisiana Department of Insurance to ask if maybe they have an expired license. A license history in Louisiana would indicate that they are not full of shit. Anyone can be a fast talker. Anyone can take your money. Not everyone can help you. Another red flag is if one of these yahoos charges you to help with your New York Rising paperwork. As far as I know, the only people who can charge you for this is a licensed architect or licensed contractor. Call your NYR monkey to confirm that they will accept documentation from the person you are hiring before you pay them any money. As far as I know, New York Rising only reimburses for paperwork submitted by a licensed design professional. Not everyone qualifies as a licensed design professional. A licensed public adjuster is not the same thing at all. Don't get ripped off. Don't take any more bullshit. This is not to say that everyone you will come across on the flood circuit is a lying, shitbag, vulture. But a lot of people have shown up here to make money. Money at our expense. They all seem like nice, wonderful people. Many are con artists. Con artists are good at being nice. They have to be to get your money. Some people out there are not professional con artists. However, they don't have the experience they are claiming to have, which makes them liars. They are learning on the job at your expense. In your journey, you may have to hire professionals. All I am doing is urging you to do your homework. And don't copy someone else's homework. Do your own homework. We have to be careful. We have suffered enough damage. We don't need to be taken advantage of. On top of that, if you are feeling alone in the complex recovery process, you don't have to pay someone. Disaster case managers are available for free. Funding for DCMs comes from FEMA and is run in partnership with charitable agencies. This doesn't mean you are some sort of charity case. This is just another stupid way the government has used Sandy as an opportunity to create jobs. Basically, FEMA is paying people to hold your hand and help you through the sea of disgusting bullshit that FEMA created. It's really stupid, but the point is, if you don't have a DCM, you should probably get one, because your own tax dollars are already paying for this service. The good news is a DCM will never take money from you to assist you. In some cases, they can actually guide you to resources that can get some money to help you fund your recovery. They have access to information that regular people don't have access to. This makes them essential to your recovery. But just like with everything else, not all disaster case managers are good at their jobs. If you get a shitty DCM, you can request a new one. Some of them are actually extremely good at their jobs, and are smart and helpful. So keep asking for new ones, until you get a good one. You want a DCM because they are the only ones who can sign you up for certain programs or aid that you may be a match for. They also, by the nature of their work, know a lot about New York Rising. They will even go to meetings with your case monkeys with you, which can be helpful if your monkey does nothing but fling poop in your hair. The DCMs do not make $500,000 a year to help you. They won't pretend they are doing you some kind of favor. The good ones know their job is to help you, and they take that seriously. So here is a big shout out to the good DCMs. Thank you for helping my community, but at the same time, fuck you, FEMA. Do you really have to pay another entire layer of people to help me? Why can't you just pay for my repairs and call it today? Nothing around here makes a lick of sense. And that's pretty much all I have to say to you today. I appreciate you listening. And now, take it away again, Jason Bateman.
And that's one to grow on.
Oh, I am always loving this Jason Bateman.